Hi everyone, today we will talk about the story of Isaac Newton and the falling apple.
The story goes that Isaac Newton was sitting under an apple tree when an apple fell and hit him on the head. This event supposedly inspired him to develop his theory of gravity, which revolutionized our understanding of the universe. But how much of this story is actually true? Well, let's start with what we do know. The first written account of the falling apple story was published by Newton's friend and biographer, William Stukeley, more than 70 years after the supposed incident took place.
According to Stukeley's account, Newton was sitting under an apple tree in the garden of his family home in Lincolnshire, England, when an apple fell and hit him on the head.
This supposedly led Newton to wonder why the apple fell straight down instead of moving sideways or upwards.
Newton's curiosity about the motion of the apple eventually led him to develop his theory of gravity, which explained why the planets orbit the sun and why objects on Earth fall to the ground. Newton's theory of gravity was based on his laws of motion, which he had developed earlier in his career. These laws describe how objects move and interact with one another, and they form the basis of classical mechanics. Newton also made important contributions to optics. He invented the first reflecting telescope, which allowed astronomers to see further into space than ever before. Newton's study of light and color led him to discover that white light is actually made up of a spectrum of colors. He demonstrated this by passing white light through a prism and showing that it could be split into component colors. Newton's discoveries revolutionized our understanding of the universe and paved the way for future scientific advancements. He was one of the most influential scientists in history, and his legacy continues to inspire scientists and researchers around the world. But what about the story of the falling apple? While it may not be entirely accurate, it's still a powerful symbol of the power of curiosity and observation in science. The story of the falling apple reminds us that even the most brilliant scientific discoveries often start with simple observations and questions. Newton's curiosity about the motion of the apple led him to develop his theory of gravity, which explained why the planets orbit the sun and why objects on Earth fall to the ground. So while the story of the falling apple may be more legend than fact, it's still an important reminder that science is built on a foundation of observation, experimentation, and curiosity. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this brief look at the story of Isaac Newton and the falling apple. If you like to see more videos like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you in my following videos.